Grifters, are we? Interesting. What have you been doing, my darling?
Cutting round trees.
Cutting round trees?
Yeah.
And Wally's grave and that as well, aren't you?
Yeah, because we're only allowed to do it up to midday or after 10 at night. So
yeah.
I'm just trying to keep with the law. Apparently it's so dry here it could cause
a fire,
fires.
apparently, so they reckon.
Yeah.
So you've got to be careful. So anyway, going back to what I said, we're grifters, are we? Yeah. It's getting a bit tedious. Now, on the previous video I did the other day when I just said we were struggling, you know, and it feels like YouTube just doesn't want us to progress. Whether it's algorithm based, which obviously it is, it's not one individual person that's just daft. But yeah, we do feel that after 8 years doing this on this channel, it's 7 or 8 years, must be something like that now, that it has been a roller coaster ride. We've learned a lot, we really have. But this video isn't about that really. It's more about the fact that somebody commented on a friend's post, comment on this channel. Joey's also a moderator on the channel as well. And this person happens to be my stalker, who has a variety of accounts under different names. And even though they say they're on the left, they're doing everything they can to try and discredit us. Now, anyone who knows me, anyone actually following me on these channels actually knows that I'm good with their wife and what have you, you know. We tell you everything, you know. Pretty much absolutely everything, you know. We wear our heart on our sleeve, you know. We just want to be open and honest with people. And yet this person, this individual, has taken offence. And why has this person taken offence? It's because they started getting too much, okay? And their account was, I think it was Larry the Cat, which is basically a take on the cat at Downing Street in the UK. And this person was offended because I blocked them, because they were getting offensive. Not just to me, but to other members, members and subscribers to the channel. So I blocked them. And ever since then, they've been stalking me under multiple account names. And maybe, like some people might, or have said in the past actually, it's like a badge of honour. But, you know, it's irritating. It's irritating. Well, anyway, this comment or reply to Joel, who's, like I say, is a subscriber and he's also a moderator. It was the same argument as this person had before. It was another account. I've also blocked other aliases of this particular person, and this person has his own YouTube channel, so Larry the Cat, and he also, quite frankly, is, you know, apart from he's just a despicable person, wants to just he's making videos on his channel, but he doesn't show his face. You don't know who he is. He could be bloody anyone. Anyone could be AI or anything. In fact, he has posted some AI videos, which, quite frankly, is the most cowardice thing you can do, in my opinion. All right. And that's more sincere to be open and show you what's going on. Show our face, our real face. I'm not AI. No, I'm not a robot or an automaton. No. You know, we share you our problems as well as problems around the world. You know, regarding things that are going on. Now, one of the gripes this guy's got with me is he seems to think that I am that I love Keir Starmer. And I really do not, you know. I'll praise the guy up. I think in my opinion, I think he's done okay. But I also will point out the fact that he can be a complete and utter arsehole at times, you know, and he certainly has proved that on more than one occasion. But you see, it's tedious. These people are tedious, and they are cowards, you know. So Larry the Cat, you're probably watching this, because I can't block you from watching my videos. I can only block you from actually commenting on them. But you can actually if you want, Sir Larry Cat, you could actually prove me wrong, alright? There's a challenge for you. Show us your real face. Yeah, show us your life. How you live. Prove to us you're not living in your mother's basement. or a back bedroom. Or even sleeping with her. I don't know what you're into, mate, but it's something weird, I'll tell you. You are an oddball. You clearly are. That's a challenge for you. You know, you can make as many accounts as you like. I read all the comments. It's bloody obvious who you are. You know, you're going to have to completely and utterly change the way you're writing stuff. Use AI if you like, and maybe that'll get through. But, you know, there's guts of it all the same. So, this geezer seems to think, I don't know if it's geezer, you know, quite frankly, it could be anyone. But this geezer, I think it is a geezer, seems to think that we're grifting. Like, whenever we do these videos a bit more about how we're feeling and how we're struggling, because it is a struggle. Anyone who does YouTube and spends as much time doing YouTube as I do and produces as many videos, there's thousands of videos on this channel, and there's actually thousands, there's about 4,000 videos I've actually privated. So, you know, you don't make that amount of videos without actually putting all your life into it, do you? And using all your time up on it, do you? You just don't. You know? And this person said I was lazy. You know, not on that comment, but on the previous comment. He said, oh, I make lazy videos because I'm not editing them. Well, he makes one video a week and he can't edit for shit. I mean, he's horrendous. You know, we've all got to learn somewhere, to be fair. You know, not, if you're just new to it, you know, to be fair to him, you've got to start somewhere. But because editing is not easy, okay, and it's very time consuming. And I do edit a few videos on this channel, but most of them is what you see is what you get. Alright? That's me. What you see is what you get. If you don't like me, yeah, if you've got a problem with me, just don't watch my videos. I can't say fairer than that, can I? But these people just thrive on it. They just want to, yeah, like the Stalker cat. He gets high on it to the point of creating weird AI videos about me, attacking me. You know, you do as much as you like. You're not going to, you're not going to stop me. You're not going to change my thoughts because I'm not to be manipulated. I'm just not. I'll call you out. You're trying to call me out for God knows what, really. In fact, we should really be on the same side. But no, you attack those who are actually trying to expose the crookedness and the wickedness. You're shooting yourself in the foot, mate. You really are. Strange people. Really are. They really are strange people. He's also mocked my green efforts, you know, regarding trying to do, live a bit more environmentally. You know, like for instance, I'll give you an idea of what we did, all right? When we dug our well, yes, we're on well water, okay? When we dug that well, we used absolutely everything we dug out of that bloody hole, which took us weeks. It's about 4.5 feet wide in diameter, this hole, and it goes down about 6 to 8 metres. And everything that we took out of that hole went back into the house in our renovation. We used it all. We sieved the feckin' lot. Is that lazy? Or is that thing, hang on, the picture's bigger than this, you know? Plus we had no money. Because we got hit with the recession. Big time on our house sale when we first came over. You see, when I moved here, it was 2009, 2010, all right? It was just after the recession. Our house was up for sale, and we had to knock the price of the house down rapidly, basically, because the house prices plummeted. Because of the United States again, sorry, but, you know. Like I've said in the past, the United States sneezes, we all catch cold. And it's the same with Donald Trump and everything that's going on. You know, he's also criticised me for, he's talking about Brexit now, he's grifting about, America and that sort of stuff now, this guy's saying. And it's like, what the feck? Really get alive? I'm just going where the news is. I'm bored of the UK. I think the UK's done. There ain't no saving it. Seriously. There ain't no saving until people wake up. And it's kind of what it really was. It's getting to that point now in the United States, but there's plenty to be said. It seems like everything that's affecting everybody seems to originate in the United States, with Donald Trump at the helm. I wasn't talking about the United States and when Biden was in, was I? I was still doing British news and European stuff. And also, all my life, I always want to learn new things, right? I've always been the sort of person who craves knowledge and wants to know stuff, and not just with my hands, because I'm skilled in a lot. Yeah, I'm a multi-skilled person. Okay, I've got qualifications in plumbing, electrics, woodworking, and bricklaying. Yeah, practical qualifications, plus a load of other smaller certificates, like cladding and shit like that. I've always wanted to learn. All right, I've also got a degree in photography, so I'm not exactly stupid. I hope not. Anyway, I crave knowledge. I love to learn. There's loads of environment stuff in the garden and stuff. I'm always learning new stuff about nature and shit like that. And I that's what I crave. Unfortunately, Sir Larry the cat geezer, all he craves is to be offensive and to try and attack people. But is he having an effect on me? Not really, to be honest. It's annoying. It's more annoying that he's just wasting his time, really, I suppose. Strange people. But you know what it's like also? These kind of people are taken in by simple-minded people anyway, aren't they? Look at MAGA, for instance, They've been completely hook, line and sinkered by Donald Trump. You just say the things that might strike a nerve or what have you, and then people bite onto it, don't they? Oh yeah, he's just grifting. He does this every 3 to 4 months. I do that because it seems to me maybe it's 3 or 4 months or whatever time it might be. There's no bloody time scale to it. But there is a cycle in how this fucking channel is up and then it's down and it's up and it's bloody down again. And I'll be absolutely honest with you, we survive, right, on relatively small amounts of money. All right, we do. All right, we can live off around 1,000 to 1,500 euros a month. All right, we don't have a mortgage. We're very fortunate. We own our house because we sold out and we bought a wreck of a place, paid 50 grand for it with an extra hectare of land and stuff like that, So we've got a few hectares here, and it was cheap, but it was a wreck of a house. You see that roof over there, all right, which is our project for this year. If I can get up there in my bloody legs at the moment. But anyway, that roof over there, that needs to be done once the temperature drops, okay? You can see the winds attacked. Water's just in there, so but it's got to be done. That's what the house roof was like, right? And over the kitchen area, big holes, you could see the sky. It was a wreck. Hadn't been lived in for over 30 years, our house had, when we bought it. So we had to renovate it, and we did it for very little money. You reuse what we can and stuff like that, right? It's a bit of a story, this, as I know. But my point being is we know how to live frugally because we had to. Because we got that when we sold the house, came over after buying this place, we only had 10 grand left, but we didn't have a mortgage. So, okay, we had to pay other bills and stuff like that, and taxes and shit like that. But we did everything we could to keep our living costs as low as possible. We still do. Whether it be the fact that we're on solar power, what have you, for the electricity. We're on mains as well. We're about 70% on solar. And then we've got obviously the well, so we've got no water bill. We've got the solar hot water on the roof, which is brilliant. Everyone should have that, provided you're in the right place. Definitely here, and especially with global warming. Our water is ridiculously hot. We have to be careful. So we do live fairly frugally, and we don't buy... Callum's vegetarian, we don't buy a lot of meat for me, hardly ever, to be honest, usually when people visit. And we grow pretty much all our food. So our bills are low. Our shopping is extremely low. We spend around 50 euros a week on sundries, bits and pieces. More in the winter than the summer, obviously. But we can all our food for the winter. You know, take us right through. In fact, for tomatoes, we'll probably be about 2 years ahead with our tomatoes and peppers and stuff like that. And your ratatouille mix, sauces and shit. You know, that's kind of what you do when you kind of live as the French do, you see, and living to your means. And whenever we have any surplus money, or a little bit extra, because maybe I know, like for instance, I've got to fit a door next week. That I've built. Oh, good door. Now, okay, that's a bit of extra money, but a lot of that's going to be gobbled up in equipment and stuff, and things that we've been waiting to buy for a while when we couldn't afford it. Do you know what I mean? It's just sometimes that's the thing about YouTube. You'll get times when, oh wow, it's done well this month. That's okay, great, and then all of a sudden it'll just plummet. Now, my income last month was half the month before, and income on this channel this month looks like it's going to be almost half again. It's gone up a little bit because some very kind people, on that previous video, when I was just trying to tell you how it was, some people have done like super chats and stuff like that, and I got a couple of new Patreon members, and that, which is really kind. But you see, I don't understand why anyone would consider being a YouTuber is free. You know, when something is free, you become the product. Like for me, as somebody who does it full time now, pretty much, I spend a huge amount of time on this channel. You must know that because the amount of videos I've been putting up. I've been putting a lot on my hand shaking now. Ooh. I put up a lot of videos on this channel, and it takes time. And it's not just making the videos, it's doing the research, isn't it? Constantly trying to keep your head to the ground, and it's quite difficult because your time is different to our time. I'm in France, you see. As somebody looking in, it's not easy. This video's getting a bit long, isn't it? But the point being is, natural progression of when you start YouTube to after you've done it a while, you'll find that it'll take more and more time and effort to just to get it done, because you get more subscribers, you have more people commenting and stuff like that, and I do actually read the comments, unlike some people, but they'll take more and more of your time up, basically. And you have to balance it somehow. Now, if you've got a big pot of money somewhere and you're just living off investments and stuff like that, you can do whatever you like, can't you? And it's not really worry, is it? But when you actually need a certain amount of money, I told you how much it is, it's not a lot, every month to be able to pay your bills and stuff like that, well then, needless to say, I either have to top it up with, I do that anyway, to be fair. It's not all YouTube what we get earned here, because it certainly isn't. If I tell you this month, we're looking to earn about €300. €300 on YouTube views. That's horrendous, I just, for the amount of effort I put into it, the amount of time I put into it, how the hell are you supposed to live off that? That's a month, So and I'm getting criticised as being a grifter. Just, I'm doing something fucking wrong, aren't I? I'm not a very good grifter. Yeah, it has improved a little bit because obviously this super thanks and stuff like that people have been doing, so it's so kind. And we've had a few coffees as well, people buying the coffees, which has been brilliant as well. But I don't know, it's just frustrating. I try to be open and honest with people. I try to wear my heart on my sleeve because that's kind of who I am. I don't lie to people, because there's no point. You've got to tell the truth and shame the devil, Otherwise, how the hell... If I was grifting, and I was trying to do it on every single video, grift all the time. To grift, it's the fact that you're lying. To grift, you need to lie. You need to over-exaggerate a situation or try to convince people to do something that they wouldn't normally do and stuff like that. Effectively, you're lying, aren't you, really, I suppose? And if that was the case... Well, sorry, like I say, I'm pretty bad at it. You've got to do it. You've got to be able to do that on every single video and maintain the facade. I can't do that. For Christ's sake, I'm too erratic. It just doesn't work. What you see is what you get with me. I say some bloody stupid stuff at times. I really do. My family, my kids, crikey, they get very embarrassed. They do. Oh, I do enjoy it though. I love embarrassing people, especially my kids. When I know that that's actually effective, it makes me worse. It does. But life is too short, isn't it? It's to be grumpy and miserable all the bloody time. So this Sir Larry the cat geezer, he must be really unhappy and angry. Definitely angry. Unhappy, angry, miserable person. Very insecure, I reckon. But it takes all sorts, I suppose. No, so I made a few notes, I can't always just wing it. In fact, I haven't even looked at my notes, to be honest. Have I missed anything out? I don't know, things that I wanted to say. Well, the channel has consumed me, yes, I would say it certainly has. To the point that actually I get depressed about it sometimes. I was a bit depressed about it the other day because the views are just plummeting, and I was getting really sort of a bit down. And I suffer a bit of anxiety anyway, And it doesn't help. I've got fibromyalgia, I get pain and shit like that. That makes you feel like shit, I've got a lot of pain in my legs at the moment. My right knee, I can barely walk on it. So I dose myself with tramadol, and also I found ibuprofen actually works a bit better for that, to be honest. But anyway, I dose me up with drugs. I have to take all the other drugs and that as well. For me heart, for my tickets, I got high blood pressure. That ain't very good. That's probably the channel. I know people in the last video, you look after yourself, look after your health. I am trying to lose weight. I have actually lost some weight, and I'm still trying to do that. Because my shirts are too tight now. It's just, people have said that, look after your health and don't worry about the channel. But it's also a bit of a trap, isn't it? It is also a bit of a trap. I feel compelled, and shit's going on. I feel compelled to make videos. I also, obviously, the trap of actually having to earn a little bit of money. It's not a lot, like I said, But reliance on earning something is still. I'm not retired, I still have to do something to earn a little bit of money, and I've had to try. I've done different things. I fell into this YouTube lark, It's not as though I said, "Oh, I'm gonna be a YouTuber." I just started making food videos on my other woodworking channel and stuff like that. And it just kind of went on from there, really. Things changed. Our lives changed. And then there was the Brexit, which really pushed us down the old YouTube route, because it was just very concerning for us. As somebody who lives here in France, very concerning. But, I know I shouldn't let it get to me, but I suppose it does get to me a bit, And I suppose then that person's won, isn't they? But it ain't going to stop me. No. In that case, that person's lost. So, they can attack me as much as they like, really. They're not really going to achieve anything. They might turn a few people against the channel, but that's up to them. If they can't see me for who I am, somebody who loves the environment, who loves nature, decency. I just want people. I just want us to all, a big group hug, That's kind of what I would. Some sort of utopia. So this dystopian world that we're heading down, it seems to be heading full on into. It's a Mad Max sort of shit, Some people crave it, but they must be out of their bloody minds. But I love the environment. We're doing this rewilding here in France as well, so it's been a massive learning curve, and also has opened my mind up regarding nature and watching nature more, and seeing the increase of little critters on our land since we've been more open, less. Oh, look, there's a bug kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? There's a bug. What's interesting? I think I was on this channel. I did a video of a spider on it. I've never seen one like that before. A wasp spider, and it was just interesting. Totally tame, It's, and then we also had some spider wasps. I think they're called spider wasps or something like that. And these wasps collect little spiders, put them into their nests for the larvae to feed off. Stuff like that. Nature is amazing And it's a lot of shit that I never noticed, never realised. You know, I've always loved nature, but you know, it's inspiring, and it's forever learning. And as somebody who loves to learn shit, and that's one of the reasons I read the comments, because I learn from you guys and gals. I really do. But anyway, I know I've waffled on a bit here. I know it'll probably be shitty views on the video, but I just want to explain myself, and it's just like, why do I feel the need to, though? That's the thing. Why should I feel the need to? You know, it's not as though I haven't actually shown you what we do here. It's not as though I haven't got other channels which you could see on those as well. I'm a woodworking channel, Wally Boyle Woodworking. I'm a Tinker's Lab channel and stuff like that. You know, on those other channels, a Nerf Trifle. You can see exactly what we're about and where we live and how we live and stuff like that, you know? So why am I being attacked? I'll tell you why I was being attacked. I was being attacked because I blocked them. And they're pissed off because I blocked them. Because they're creepy feckers. There's Larry the cat geese. Anyway, I'm going to... I don't know, make my other videos, I suppose, because, you know, I don't want to be accused of being lazy. Anyway, it's time for me to go. I'm going to say toodaloo, you know, but please hit the old like button. And if you want to support the channel, you don't. Oh yeah, I'm mentioning money again, you know. There is links down below if you want to help. You know, or even better, our little rewilding project, like this harbour we're putting here, and all our other trees that we're putting up there and down there. And this autumn, when temperature drops, we're starting on our other field over there. And yes, that is a windsock. I fly model aeroplanes, all right. I try to convert things to make rate of control, which I'm starting to actually upload videos on that as well now. It's just, we are fortunate. We are fortunate. We live in a lovely place. But, you know, links down below. If you want to have a tree even, there's links down below. But, you know, this is a ridiculously long video, isn't it? Anyway, time to go. Toodaloo.